Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, boy Schoolboy here, coming back to you with a live video. We're gonna be talking about Married to Medicine, season 10, episode of 5 Resurrection Rejection. Ooh, Lord. And was it a resurrection rejection? This episode was a whole key to me. I don't know why I found everything so funny. I think I couldn't take the whole fume scene seriously because of Heavenly. Heavenly made me not take the shit seriously. That's probably why I couldn't stop laughing in this episode. But before we get started, we got a little bit of housekeeping to attend to. Um, but again, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning person, how you doing? I'm sorry, I'm bumping all up against my table and everything. Um, and did want to go ahead and get some fresh housekeeping out of the way. If you did miss last week's episode of Hotline Bling Chat Room, going around there to Chef Don Don's channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you bang the notification bell button, and make sure you watch every episode as they drop on Fridays at 10:15, 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we are doing some cool, fun giveaways over there for the Christmas season. So make sure y'all check us out. And again, the production that Don is doing over there is amazing, 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 amazing. So make sure y'all get into it. As well, I just want to let y'all know School of Love is still casting. Okay, casting has been extended till December 23rd of 2023. So if you want to definitely be a part of the current LGBTQIA plus dating show, which is featuring me, y'all get to be messy and get to be nosy in my journey of finding love. Y'all make sure y'all are applying women through ages 30 to 45. Okay. Ages 30 to 45. Okay. Make sure y'all apply at www.tcddproductions.com. And by the way, if you are someone who has a Black owned business and you would like to go ahead and promote that Black owned business on Hotline Bling or on School of Love, make sure you email us at admin@tcddproductions.com. Again, that email is admin@tcddproductions.com. But we want to make sure you have like your whole commercial, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it is a Black owned business, restaurant, whatever it is, whatever real estate, whatever you do, if it's Black owned and you want that to be exposed on either show, make sure y'all email us at the email on the top of the screen. And you make sure you get that information in. They will get back to you at typically normal business hours. If you by the off chance send something on the weekend, they may or may not get back to you, not until that following Monday. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of people don't keep stuff like that in mind. Y'all think people just gonna answer y'all any old time of the day or night. Sometimes it don't work that way. Okay. On the bottom of the screen, scrolling is my social media pages, whether that's Twitter or Instagram. And my Cash App and Venmo is on the screen if you would like to bless the channel. Okay. Everything on my channel spoken is in my opinion, you know. And if you don't like that, oh well, we're gonna fall out about it. I guess we just gonna fall out about it. I can't really get too upset about it. Okay. All right. Let me just go ahead and speak to everybody in the chat so far that I see. Hey, Simply Elegant One. Hey, Sweet Essence. And as anybody else comes into the room, I will holla at y'all in a minute. Let's go ahead and get started because this episode was a fool. We opened the episode with them flashing to see all the ladies and what they're doing. Heavenly's asking Alora about the prom and about the boys and all of that. Was the boys up in there at the prom? At the hey chef, if the boys was up in the room after the prom because she ain't come home. Heavenly was gonna be messy and ass about the prom. Toy and Eugene are talking to the boys about their haircuts. They flash to Simone and Jackie having lunch, saying they wonder what Heavenly did when she realized she wasn't on the list for Sweet and No wedding. And Simone did Heavenly's laugh. She did that laugh. It was just petty as hell. She did that laugh, and she probably was loud screaming, "No, no, no, no!" Because you know how Heavenly be when she get mad. And Jackie says, Damon probably said, buddy, let's just go. Let's just go, buddy. Let's go, buddy. You know, yeah, I thought that was funny because you know Heavenly gonna say something. Hey, Kelsey. Yeah, I love me some Heavenly too because she messy. She the right amount of mess that you need on the show. So we open the scene with Phaedra pulling up at Quad's house and she comes in and they hug. I ain't even gonna hold you. That jean outfit that Phaedra had on was fire. I like that. I actually like that because she had the body to pull that off. I kind of like that. I like that jean outfit and with the good bob and she had the right bob. The bob was bobbing, okay? I was here for Phaedra. Hey Norris Tony. Hey Sweet Pea, the 724. I'm telling you, the bob was bobbing over there with Phaedra. Y'all may not like Phaedra, but I'm gonna tell y'all, Phaedra be dressing down and she gonna keep that hair tight, okay? I don't care what y'all say. So Quad tells Phaedra Heavenly is coming over today, and Quad says it's something they need to do so they can see what level of friendship they are on. Quad says she was over there booed up recently with Sweet and No, and she needs to know where they at. And I'm like, I know Heavenly was over there with Sweet and No, but I really don't think that Heavenly is really featuring Sweet and No like that. That's just me. But I really think that Heavenly is trying to guide that girl more than Toya and Simone, in my opinion. But a lot of people won't believe that. They'll say, Heavenly's hating. But I really don't think it's hating because I feel like Simone and Toya have left that girl out to the wolves personally. That's my personal opinion. Heavenly comes in and she has this lace outfit on. The Quad said, "You got that big old lace out here," and I'm laughing because I'm like, that lace outfit was gaudy as hell, and it looked like it came from the beauty supply. I don't know what the hell Heavenly had on, but it was. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. Hey Mia, I don't know what the hell Heavenly had on, but that was not it for me. Phaedra says Heavenly got the look right today, and I'm like, see, Phaedra, when you tell somebody they got the look right, I know you up there really that's underlyingly throwing shade because you know that damn outfit was not on one. Don, you know what? We here on that because I thought it came from her store too. I said I have because I've been in Heavenly Store. I have been in Heavenly Store, and Heavenly Store is nice. It is nice. I have been in there. Um, so Heavenly says Quad is like a sister to her, and Heavenly says she gives Quad a lot of passes, and she says her relationship with Quad off and on like her relationship with her and her real sister. Now, I will say this. Even Funky Dineva has even said this about Quad when it comes to her relationship. She can be iffy, up and down, sometimes talking to you, sometimes not. Um, it could go either way. So he has said that before about her and her relationships with Quad, with just being friends with Quad. Sometimes it can be super difficult to be friends with her in general. So I do believe that it is very difficult to keep a friendship with Quad. Heavenly asked Phaedra, did she enjoy the wedding? And she says yes. And Quad asked, did they have any ice sculptures or anything? Now, Quad, you know they ain't had no damn ice sculptures down there to that wedding. Stop playing. Stop playing. Okay. He barely even want to pay for anything additional. So we know what no ice sculptures down there at no wedding. Come on now. Cut it. Y'all gotta cut it. Stop. They flashed the Phaedra critiques of the wedding, and she said the drapes was wrinkled, which the drapes was wrinkled. And if Johnny was they wedding person, don't nobody in Atlanta need to go on to deal with Johnny. If that's the type of product that you give and you bringing people wrinkled drapes down to the wedding and all of that, that for the money that they paid, all of that, they could have did better than that. Quad says when they had her wedding, when she had her wedding at Dr. G at the Four Seasons, they didn't have wrinkled drapes. And I was like, ooh, well, for a country bumpkin, I think that everything that they had was probably a level up. I'm going to just say that. Heavenly says maybe he spent the money on the first wedding. And I was like, oh, Heavenly, you messy. You messy. That's what that girl, you messy. That's why your ass went on that wedding list. Phaedra says the wedding was about 26 minutes. There was no singing. There was no nothing else. Heavenly says, Sweet No must be mad at her because her name was scratched off the list the morning of the wedding. So when she got there, they were no longer invited. Heavenly, you knew damn well when you sat up there and talked about that girl and the bridesmaid was sitting there and they was talking about that relationship. You knew your ass wasn't gonna be invited. But I will say this: what I don't understand about this, and I will say this: anything Heavenly has said to Sweet and No, it's been to her face. She has never side-eye and not said anything to her face. So what irritates me is that everybody's always on Twitter and all these other pieces of social media, like she talking about Heavenly just talking about the girl behind her back. No, she not. She said the shit to the girl face, and the girl was okay with some of those things. The girl actually agreed and said some of the things that Dr. G, the way Dr. G was, Quad was not lying about those things. So my thing is the fake outrage for me, for the people in the comment section with that, because Heavenly stood 10 toes down in front of that girl and said what she said and didn't have no qualms about that. So I don't even know what y'all are even talking about when it comes to that, because it's absolutely ridiculous. Quad says you says that that her and Sweet Tea, her new BFF, already done fell out. Heavenly says, well, Phaedra brought you to the bachelorette party. She should be mad at Phaedra. Quad says she began to question Heavenly's loyalty when she saw her hugged up with Sweet and No. And Heavenly says she didn't think she gave a fuck. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised that Quad really gave a fuck about that. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm really surprised that she did care like that much, because at the end of the day, Heavenly's always been your friend. You have known Heavenly way longer than you know Sweet Tea. The girl, they all gonna have to interact with the girl at some point, just like all of them, just like that girl has to interact with you. So at the end of the day, and then also what pisses me off about Quad is that you weren't even talking to the group. You weren't even having conversations with the group. You were not reaching out to the group. So, I mean, how do people know how you feel if you're not even communicating that as a grown-ass woman to the rest of the group that you had an issue? You just now saying that you had an issue now. Heavenly does apologize and say that she's sorry. She didn't do it with any malice intent. Quad says she accepts the apology, but she questions the friendship. And Heavenly says you stepped away from the group just like you did with your divorce and didn't reach out to nobody. Phaedra just sitting there eating damn fruit, looking at them going back and forth like, let me just go ahead and eat this fruit. While they're talking, Heavenly holds Quad accountable and says, you could have reached out to them as well. Just like you want us to reach out to you, the telephone works both ways, which I always have that issue when people say that shit to me. Well, why don't you call? Okay, well, the telephone works both ways. So don't always think just because, oh, I should be the one to reach out to you. You can reach out to me. They're not going to chase behind no grown woman that really don't want to deal with them. And Quad, you do that a lot. If we're going to go back and bring it up, remember when Quad got that Sister Circle deal and basically said F all of them and thought that they were not her real friends, and she said that they were not her real friends? Okay, you got to understand that that's kind of where some people don't let that go, and some people don't forget that. You threw them to a side a many a time, and then came back to them when you need them. You come back when it's convenient for Quad and when it benefits Quad. You got to stop doing that. You way too old for that. Quad, this is why that's one thing that why I could never really get into you like that is the accountability piece. You refuse to take accountability for your part in your situations in the way that they go down. You have to take accountability for that. You can't just sit up there and be mad because they ain't reaching out to you. She lacks accountability, and that's my biggest issue with Quad. It's not that I could get with Quad if Quad had some emotional intelligence and really looked at herself. But instead, you always so arrogant and nasty with it, and you feel like somebody owe you something. And quiet, them ladies don't owe you shit. I hate to tell you that. They don't owe you anything. Okay? Just gonna say that. Heavenly says, moving on, are we going to reach out to the other ladies? And Heavenly says, I think they miss you. And she says, I miss them too. And that she will reach out. No, she ain't the only one. But I will say this, Kelsey. See, I drag everybody evenly. I like everybody, but I also drag everybody evenly. They all have that problem with accountability. But a lot of the times, a lot of the reasons for quad, though, they're not going to accept your apology if you don't feel like you ain't never did shit wrong. You have to, in order to get an apology, and in order for somebody have respect for your feelings, you have to respect theirs too. That's a two-way street. Dr. Jack. So next we get over to Dr. Jackie, and she's seeing Brett and Judy, and they're talking about the baby and the due date. And on her birth, and the baby is due on Dr. Jackie's birthday, and she tells the brat that she needs to rest more, kind of slow down. Judy snitches like she ain't gonna stop. I keep telling her to relax, but she's not. It was a cute scene to see them hear the baby's heartbeat and everything like that. Dr. Jackie again reiterates that she needs to eat right more and just slow down on the work. So it's cute. It was a cute scene. Quad thinks she always writing all things Quad, and she do. And I'm gonna tell you, people like that think that you write all the time. That's why a lot of the times a lot of people can't deal with you because you lack that accountability. That's your problem. So we move over to Simone and Cecil, and they're making vision boards together to remind them of happy times. Simone asks, what did he discuss with Miles in regards to school? And he says, well, we spoke about him doing an internship. Well, internship, i.e. means he ain't making no money, i.e. means you and Simone are fitting the bill. No, let me take that back. Simone is fitting the bill because I don't know what Cecil do. I'm gonna start calling him Cecilia because any man over here tweeting about Basketball Wives and how much he loves somebody on Basketball Wives, you got a lot of Mitch behavior with you, sir, that I really can't get with. So I'm officially going to say Simone and Cecil are in a lesbian relationship. Simone is the stud and Cecil is the femme, and I'm gonna start calling Cecil Cecilia. So Cecilia said Simone is more driven and she knew what she wanted to do. And I'm going to tell you, girls tend to be less lazier than boys. Boys are lazy if you don't push boys not to be lazy. Boys are lazy, okay? Period. And it doesn't help with Simone and Cecilia when you sitting up here keep paying for them to sit around and not do anything. You sitting over here, but then but folks was mad at Heavenly when she said he was always in female business when Cecil acts like Cecilia. He act like a damn woman. He's sitting up here talking about he tells her, well, it ain't no big deal if he don't finish school by next May. And Simone said, not with my goddamn money. He gonna finish some school. And this is where, Simone, you a fool. Because see, after a while, I wouldn't be paying for tuition no more. You would have to get you a job and pay for your own tuition. Because see, I would have only dedicated to 4 years, not anything plus outside of 4 that you ain't got no, you have not come across my doorstep with a degree and you don't know what you want to do. There would have been a cutoff point. Because at this point, I'm telling y'all y'all wonder why this generation don't want to work. Y'all wonder why Gen Z and Gen Alpha don't want to work. Y'all don't make these kids get off their ass and go to work. Y'all don't make them have no responsibility. And I understand that it is nepotism, and I understand that they have money and it's a different level of it, but you still have to make your kids work and understand that mommy and daddy's money is not unlimited access, and it is not an ATM. And you do not sit up here and just keep not working. It's the laziness for me. That boy is 24 years old and still no direction and no job. What are we doing here? And Cecil keep making excuses, and that's what's pissing me off. That's why I keep calling you Cecilia, because there is no reason why your grown son should still be on the titty like that. What is the problem? Y'all raising these kids lazy, and then you wonder why you can't get them out. And Simone asked Cecilia, what would be the excuse for him then? Simone says they can buy the boys a place in a year. But see, this is where I fucked up with you, Simone. This is Simone. This is where you fucked up with me. I'm gonna buy you somewhere to live at. No, nigga, you gonna find your own place to live in your own credit, and you're gonna pay for your own home. You gonna do that. What you wouldn't be on my credit, because see what happens is when they're on your credit, and if they don't make that payment, whose credit is it affected? It's your credit that's affected. No. You sir, you would take care of yourself and learn to take care of yourself. Y'all are too old to still be sitting up here not being responsible. Hell, I think they were still doing their damn laundry not too long ago. What is the problem? And my thing is, and I did have to agree with Cecilia, what if he can't afford the place that Simone gets? That's unreasonable. This is why he needs to get his own place in his own name based upon his own income. That solves the problem right there. Because if y'all go buy them a house, they ain't paying that mortgage every month. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know how much the rent is going for in Atlanta. They ain't paying the damn mortgage every month. It's just and Cecil keeps making excuses for it. And I'm looking at Simone like, okay, so you wear the pants, you bringing in all the money. What in the hell does Cecil do? Can somebody explain to me what Cecil does except make excuses for these boys? And sir, you might want to hit a gym. I saw how tight that shirt was. The problem is Simone is not coddling them. Cecil is. You got to do better, sir. Simone, yep, Simone coddled and now she want to play this. Yeah, you can't do that. You help foster that with the daddy, and you allowed Cecil to do that, and you went along with that with Cecil, and now they're not gonna finish nothing. Heavenly don't call her sons all they on finish college and working. That's why you know it's the difference in household. Cause Heavenly got a real man around there. Cecil is Cecilia. That ain't no man over there. He acting like a Mitch, and I said it. So we get over to Phaedra. She come out the house in this Mary J. Blige not gonna cry outfit, okay, with this scarf, this Gucci scarf, and all this outfit, going to the black truck. Oh, I can't wait till I start filming my reality show and have to go get into the black truck to go to my scenes. Oh, I'm gonna look good. Let me stop. This ain't about me. She got a Mary J. Blige not gonna cry outfit on to give out these invitations to this funeral service she's having, and she's decided to do a funeral for the resurrection and the rebirth for the group. She feels Quad needs a second chance with the group. And I feel like at this point, Quad didn't have seconds, thirds, fourths, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. I mean, hell, I don't even know where we're at with Quad with the group. It's ridiculous. Everyone is confused on how she got through the gates at their homes to bring this black briefcase up with this chocolate man's opening the briefcase with this fume fan with that church fan. Excuse me, the church fan. Because you know about them church fans. There's something about them church fans be busting though. They do get you good breeze though. Everyone is confused. So she gives out the church fans and the invitations. We go over to the next scene. We see Toya. She's having an IV shot party for her, Sweet Tea, and Sweet and No and Simone. Sweet and No just came back from a honeymoon in Dubai with Gregory. And Sweet and No mentions that she didn't have sex with Dr. G until 3 days into the honeymoon due to her menstrual cycle starting. But she thought it was odd because she just got off her cycle. And then then she thought she was pregnant. Now I know sometimes you do spot when you are pregnant. I ain't never been pregnant, so don't ask me. I don't do the Peter Whacker, okay? But I have had plenty of friends. aunties and everybody, mamas and everybody that didn't been pregnant before. Now, some people say that they do spot and they still kind of slightly do have a period during that time. But you should have thought that it was odd that if you just got off of it, that you got back on it. There's clearly something going on with you and fibroids and trying to have a baby. So I really feel like there's a baby, something is going on with your plumbing. I know you want to have a child by Greg, but you might want to get that checked out because something is going on definitely in there. And I do remember she said an episode, was that 1 or 2, that she having like some fibroid issues or some stuff going on with her. And I hope that you are able to have a child by Greg because you are gung ho on getting pregnant immediately because she keeps saying that she's trying to get pregnant immediately. But you might want to get that checked out down there before you try to get pregnant immediately because it might cause you to have a rough pregnancy. And I wouldn't wish that on nobody. So, and Simone tells her that's not good. That means she's irregularly, bleeding. Sweet and No says she's ready to have his baby ASAP. And I'm like, girl, y'all can't even communicate on the regular properly. And you've said that. So why you want to add a baby into the mix? It's just too much for me. Toya asks Sweet and No if she feels better now. And she says no, she's still tired. She walks over and sees the invitation that Toya got from Phaedra. And she asks, Toya was like, well, you didn't get one. And Simone, her loud mouth ass, I got one. I'm like, Simone, we heard you the first fucking time. You got a mic on, Simone. We can hear you. You don't have to yell like that. Simone says she got one. Sweet Tea thought it was weird that she didn't get one, but really, the resurrection of Quad fixing her relationships with everybody else really didn't have shit to do with you. And I see why Phaedra did not invite you because it didn't have anything to do with you. So Toya says Phaedra should know I don't want to be around Quad. Basically, I don't want to be around someone who played with my family like that. Well, Toya, you ain't no fucking saint because you didn't said a lot of shit about people too. Everybody on that cast has talked about everybody. So at the end of the day, Toya, you need to take accountability for some of the stuff that you have said as well. Okay. Sweet and No says maybe she's trying to be the peacemaker. And Toya says there's nothing for her and Quad to discuss. Toya said, can they go to Jackie's office to get that O shot? And Simone says, Sweet and No, you shouldn't need it. So, and I'm wondering why Toya, you ain't that old to be having vaginal dryness. What's going on with you? Like when I see all that stuff that be going down on the Instagram, they be selling all them yoni oils and all of that. I mean, y'all that type of dryness, you might want to check your pH balance if you got all that going on. Something ain't right. Sweet and No says no, it's like macaroni and cheese. And Toya was like, ew. And I was like, too, because girl, don't nobody want to think about macaroni and cheese, and don't nobody thinking about Greg sliding up between your legs. Don't nobody want to know that. Okay? Nobody but you and him. So we get on down to the night of this funeral. Jackie, Heavenly, and Alicia are in the car riding, and they ride by the exit next to Quad's house. And Jackie was like, "Oh, I only live 10 minutes away from Quad." And Alicia said, "You live that close to you? She lives that close to you, and you don't talk?" And Jackie says, "She don't call me." And I was like, well, we know exactly how Jackie feels. Because Jackie just basically said she don't call me, I don't call her. So what am I going around there to go check on her for? One thing that they always say about Jackie is that Jackie is shady, but no, Jackie just says it straight out that, well, she don't call us, so why am I going around her house? Heavenly brings up Toya will be there and asks, does she think Sweet and No will be there? In the other car is Toya, Simone, and Toya invites Sweet and No to the party, even though she was not invited. Okay. And I think Toya did that as a dig because Phaedra brought Quad to the Pamper Me party or the bachelorette party, and she supposedly was not invited. So this was kind of like some get back shit, which I think is stupid, but okay. Uh, they get to talking, and Toya says maybe it's because Quad will be there. She didn't want to make Sweet and No uncomfortable with her being there. And Sweet and No pipes up and says, "So Quad came to my bachelor party." And I'm just like, girl, you did not have any of this energy for Phaedra at all. You had no energy for Phaedra in that moment, but you got all this energy after the fact. I'm gonna need you, ma'am, to keep it cute and keep the same damn energy. This is why I don't like you. It's not that I don't want to like you. I could like you if you stood in your shit 10 toes down. And the reason why I don't like you is you keep doing this passive aggressive bullshit, and then you get on your IG live, and then you continue to talk shit about Quad. And then when Quad says something, everybody gets all upset. Well, Quad shouldn't be talking about her. Well, she shouldn't get her ass on her IG live and talk shit about Quad. Wouldn't be no smoke. That's just how it works. You don't talk about somebody, they wouldn't talk about you. Dr. Alicia says y'all talk about Quad a lot, but nobody talks to her. And Dr. Alicia, I'm glad you clocked in. And Boo, I would love to see more of you and more about your dentistry. But we seem to can't get to that part because of all of this mess with Quad. I hope we get to that soon to know some more about you, because I would love to know more about you and your husband. Jesus. So Toya says, I wonder if Heavenly is going to say something to you about not being invited to the wedding. And Sweet No says, she was talking shit about me behind my back. Girl, she didn't talk shit behind your back. She said it to your damn face. And you didn't say nothing to her face when she said it either. So again, keep the same energy. Sweet and No is mad about Heavenly saying that she's meddling her marriage. And I'm like, child, please. That marriage about to last maybe about 2 years, if that. You better hope it lasts. So we get down there, and Phaedra comes in this black wedding dress down the aisle. And I'm just like, Phaedra, what in the hell is this shit here? We down to the Willie Watkins. They pull up down to the Willie Watkins Funeral Home. Phaedra gonna come down with this black dress down the aisle. And she gives this sermon. And she says in the sermon, Sweet and No was not invited, but she's here. Which was the first beginning of the shade. And it's funny when she went to throw shade to Toya about her being a tennis player, because really Toya ain't got no job. And we don't know what Toya really do besides being a housewife, drink tequila during the daytime, play tennis, and drink wine and be messy with the damn neighbors. That's how you got caught up in them damn rumors. Quit hanging around them messy ass neighbors in that damn neighborhood, the moms. So Phaedra finishes this sermon, and the saxophone player comes down, and this casket comes out. And when they get to the end, they open it, and Quad pops out the casket. And Heavenly just begins laughing. And he goes, and here goes Heavenly. She goes, you know that laugh, Heavenly. And I'm just like, this why I can't even take this shit seriously, because Heavenly is up here giggling and shit. Toya says she thought Mariah was gonna come out the casket too. Now that would have been a key if Mariah did come out that casket, but we know that's not gonna be possible. Hey, Gags and Giggles, we know that ain't gonna be possible. So Quad begins this speech talking about she wants to bury the strife and the turmoil and the pettiness. And I'm like, Quad, you cannot stop. You can't even stop. You can't even bury the pettiness with you. So asking them to bury the pettiness is kind of a double entendre and a catch-22 to me, because it's like, girl, you not gonna let some of this shit go. And I know you and Toya ain't never gonna let it go. That's forever gonna be up and stuck with them. And it's just like Heavenly be with that. That's what just takes me out, because it's how she laughs. And Jackie says she could have emailed me this instead of doing all this. And I said, Jackie, you ain't shit. Look, you could have emailed me this. I could have been at home in bed. But my question is, Jackie, was Curtis and his mole gonna be in the bed with you? Because I mean, I'm just saying, the streets is allegedly saying he's still in the streets. Or was he still in the Dominican Republic at the time that the funeral? I got questions about you and Curtis. I do. I got questions. Jackie looks checked out, like, why are we even here for this? Quad asked her to bury, her issues and things, and she said, we don't have no issues. Like, I ain't got no issue with you because you don't call me and I don't call you. So, girl, we ain't got no issue. I don't know what you're talking about. What issue do we have? And Quad says her and Heavenly have worked their issues out. If they working through them. And Heavenly says she doesn't have any issues with anyone there. She's even okay with Sweet and No. She says, even though she's looking like she want to beat my ass. And when Heavenly said it, I said, oh my God, Heavenly, this is why I can't take this scene seriously. Because you look at my, but she want to beat my ass. And I'm just like, Heavenly, stop. She said she doesn't know why she was crossed out from the wedding. So if we burying things, let's bury it. So Sweet No says you basically said my marriage is going to fail. And Heavenly says, well, based on the things Quad told me about Dr. G, I was concerned. And she says she stands on what she says and now prove me wrong. And I said, Heavenly, you go, girl. Yes, I was here for it, Heavenly. Because see, that would have been some shit I would have said. You know what? Let me tell you something. If your marriage is all that, baby girl, make it work then. Why is it what I say gonna dictate your marriage in any way, shape, or form? I was here for Heavenly bringing that up. Heavenly made that scene. She did make it epic. She did make it epic. But that's one thing I can respect about Dr. Heavenly. Out of a lot of people on reality TV, Dr. Heavenly will stand 10 toes down and whatever the hell she said in that moment, and she don't care about it. Sweet and No still swinging this fan, just with an attitude. And I'm like, nobody invited you any damn way. I don't even know why you're here. And Heavenly says, Toya, you even said that you have communication issues. Toya even piped up and said, you even said that you had communication issues with Greg. And Toya says they still doesn't mean they shouldn't have got married. Toya, shut up. Because you've been setting this girl up for failure since she stepped on the scene, and you have not even went up for this girl as much as you claim you have needed to go up for this girl at all. Sweet Tea says that Heavenly went upside her man's head with a frying pan, and when she said that, I clocked you. Sweet Tea, you watch this show. And again, I have to agree with Carlos King, aka Carlisha. I don't always agree with him, but you're right. You put Quad, he's right. You put Quad's life on the vision board, and baby, you said that you was gonna get that man, and that's what you did. That's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you did. You did it. You put that lady life on a vision board, and that's exactly what you did. And you got that old raggedy snaggletooth bastard. You got him. Don't nobody else want him, sweetie. You got him. You can have him. Him and them blue pills that he probably popping over there. Heavenly then says, bitch. Then she says, little girl, you don't want to go there. And Sweet and No gets her like she want to fight. And Heavenly stands up and said, she'll whoop her ass like her mama should have. And I said, not like her mama should have. You gonna whoop her ass like her mama should have. I was like, Heavenly, no. Heavenly says, you got daddy issues marrying a man 5 times your age. And I said, boom, there you go. Because I said it from the beginning. Ain't no woman 31 years old marrying a man 56 years old. What in the hell could you possibly have in common with that man? You don't got nothing. And see, y'all was getting on me and getting mad at me because I changed my age limit on my dating show 30 to 45 because I had to be realistic. What the hell I'm gonna have in common with somebody my mama age? No shade to my mama because my mama is in the chat. I love you, mom. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to date my mama. Yeah, that when y'all be up there dating them old men and them old ass women, I don't understand that shit. I do not want to be dating my parents. I want to be able to go and have fun and have things in common with the person that I'm with. That shit is real weird to me. Heavenly says you got daddy issues. So she says that. Sweet and No says Heavenly thinks she's young, dumb, and full of cum. And she says Heavenly is full of it. Heavenly is not wrong. You are young, dumb, and full of cum. Okay? You are. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are. You are. You are young, dumb, and full of cum. You are. And you show it every damn week when you get on this show and you do the shit that you do. And you mad because Heavenly telling you the damn truth while Toya and Simone sitting over there kikiing with you and not saying shit, but at the back of the mind, you can't tell me Simone and Toya don't get their ass down to the phone and get on the phone and talk shit about you. You ain't gonna never get me to not believe that Toya and Simone don't sit on the phone and talk shit about you. I'm willing to bet they do. I'm willing to bet they do. They throw shade to you in your face and your dumb ass can't even read it. That's how I know you young, dumb, and full of cum. You are exactly what you think Heavenly said you are. Quad continues to go down the line and speak her piece and tells Sweet and No they don't have any animosity to one another. She hopes it stays that way. It ain't. Because I can't wait till y'all get down to the reunion to see what Sweet and No got to say when she get to the reunion. Because see, you getting all big and bad in these damn confessionals and on these IG lives that you do every week. But I want to see how you do when you sitting in front of Andy Cohen and the rest of them women's. Run that to me. I can't wait till we get to that point. She says to Simone she doesn't know where they went wrong. And Simone says she has one question. Does she see all of them as equals, as friends, or is she on an island by herself? Now, Simone wasn't wrong with that question because, again, Quad, I remember when you threw all them women away and said they wasn't really your friends. The women on Sister Circle was your friends. Them was your true friends. The hell with the women on Married to Medicine. You don't think that people don't never remember what you said, Quad? You said some shit and you've done some shady shit. So, I mean, they have a right to question you. Quad says she wants to work together for the greater good as the group. And I was like, okay. Do you want to work together for the greater good for your check? Or is it really for the group? Because Quad, I really believe it's for the check. Quad asked Toya, can they bury it all today? And Toya says, you've talked so negatively about me and my family. She said, why will I let anything ride out? And Quad says, well, don't. Now, this Quad was where you needed to humble yourself. This is where you needed to humble yourself. Because let's be clear. Let's be clear. Quad. You did say, and you did repeat the rumor about the cheating, and you did repeat the rumor about them allegedly setting up Anila and all of that. You did say that. You did say that. But we can't forget where that original rumor came from. The original rumor came from Carrie. Carrie Wells, the white woman. That's where that came from. It was repeated to everyone around the group. Everyone talked about it. Quad said something about it, but everybody in the group know where that originated from. It was not Quad. Quad repeated the rumor, but Quad wasn't the one that started that rumor either. Okay? But Quad, you still have to take accountability for yourself. And this is where Quad, you don't humble yourself to take accountability. Your arrogance and your ego don't allow you to even just simply say, I'm sorry. You can't even say I'm sorry. I could never even, I'm sorry, I couldn't be friends with nobody like that. I can't even date nobody like that. I can't be in nobody's presence of a person who can't even simply acknowledge when you're wrong. And that's my issue with Quad. And that's why my issue has always been about Quad. Quad falls on deaf ears and becomes tone deaf when it comes to her. Now, Toya, your ass ain't innocent too, because you have said just as many same repeated rumors about Quad around the group too. So it's a catch-22. Both of y'all are wrong, and you both need to apologize. Quad says we can stay on the out, and I understand. And Toya says you should. She thanks everyone for coming and still has not taken any accountability for anything and did not humble herself at all. Phaedra says that should have been the time she did that. And even Phaedra saw that you can't humble yourself. Toya friend, she kept coming around Carrie. Right, she was. She was. And Carrie Wells was the one that said it. Dr. Heavenly has said that several times, that Carrie was the one that started that rumor. Phaedra says she's disappointed in Quad for not taking accountability. They went to go eat after the funeral, and Heavenly prayed over the food, and that was a good prayer that Heavenly had said, down to the food. They were sitting down, and Phaedra says this is the time for everyone to basically put it all out on the table. Sweet and No pipes up and says, I didn't like that you brought Quad to my bachelorette party. That's not the time and place for me to meet my husband's ex-wife. And let me pause right here for 1 second. Let me get on you real quick, Sweet and No. You signed up for a reality TV show. Production, purveyors of pop, don't work on your time, baby. And they don't do anything that they don't want to do when the hell they don't want to do it. They're going to give Quad a call sheet and a call time and when to show up. You don't dictate shit. So if you didn't want to meet the ex-wife at that any point in time and juncture, and you didn't want to do that, and you really didn't want to be, you didn't have to bring your ass on this show. But see, again, your husband wants you to be on this show because he knows how much his ex-wife made off of this show. So therefore, he pimping you out to get a check in his household so that he can make sure he dictates that money too. Because I know the money going into the joint account. It ain't going to your account solo. So let's be clear on that. But you don't dictate purveyors of pop and when they tell that lady to show up. So you should already know that they were going to make you meet Quad at the most messiest time in order to get your reaction. Again, young, dumb, and full of cum. Phaedra says she spoke to Greg the next day about it, and they discussed it. And no, she didn't speak to her about it. Sweet and No says she has a problem with Phaedra not Quad being there. Again, you don't have an issue with Quad. You didn't have an issue with Quad. You was fanning out over Quad, which if you had common sense and watched the same show that I watched, you peeped that she did. The only person had an issue with Quad being there was Toya. Jackie says they all have done stuff to each other and said things to each other, and it's a good night for people to apologize. And Jackie was right. Simone asked Toya, could it be something that is said that could make it better between her and Quad? Toya says she needs to stop being so malicious to her and her family. Phaedra says to Quad, can you acknowledge that you have said some malicious things? And Quad begins to say, well, and this again, Quad, is where you refuse to take accountability for what you did, and you needed to take accountability. You have said malicious things. You have done malicious things. You have done things, and vice versa. Toya, you have said malicious things back to Quad. Y'all both really honestly need to apologize to each other, but both of y'all egos is too damn big for y'all to go ahead and do that. Toya jumps and says, Quad, you said we were thieves. And then Toya says, go even further and says that you were saying that she was cheating on someone in the neighborhood. Remember, Heavenly said on her live review with Carlos King last week, Carrie said that all of them knew that same rumor. And then Quad repeated what Carrie Wells said. So I really wish Toya would have this same energy towards Carrie Wells that she's got towards Quad, because Carrie was the one that brought that rumor to the group. Quad repeated it, but Carrie brought it. Quad said I was sleeping with the contractor, and Quad says, well, you said that I was sleeping with the contractor, and Toya says, I didn't say that. Toya, you did. You did. You did. You did. Okay? Toya, you did. Like, stop. Stop. Quad starts pointing and everyone to everyone that told. Phaedra is like, put your hands down because it's getting a little too ridiculous. And I was like, please, because it looked like y'all finna start going to blows. And Phaedra is like, put your hands down. Phaedra is also like, Quad refuses to take any accountability or apologize. And that is the biggest thing. Quad needs to apologize. Someone says as they get up to leave, Simone says as she gets up to leave, more conversations need to be had and accountability needs to be taken. Heavenly also says that Quad can't expect to move on with the group when she won't take accountability for her part, which is true. And the episode goes off. Quad pissed me off because Quad wouldn't take accountability, and it's going to forever be that way. And I don't understand why Quad won't take accountability for what you said and what you did. You know, you've done things. Toya has done things. I was with Jackie. Everybody in that group has said shit about each other. Y'all have to patch it up so that y'all can move on. But I will say this. This is one thing about Married to Medicine that they do well. They will at least make up enough to at least have good scenes, to have fun with each other and have shade and have fun. We see that next week when they go to Napa Valley. We can't say that same for Potomac. Potomac does not do that. They don't know how to move on, and that's why that damn show is over there so toxic and divisive as it is right now, because they can't move on. Phaedra, the last person talk about accountability. Where is her man? Because she's not with that man anymore. And y'all keep asking that. He didn't sign the waiver to be seen. And this is reality TV. I don't give a damn what Phaedra takes. Phaedra's not going to take accountability. She don't, and I mean, a lot of them don't take accountability. She's not the only one. I know a lot of people just don't like Phaedra because of the situation between Phaedra and Candy. And people have always felt like Phaedra should have gotten more strife for what she did. And at the end of the day, them people down at Bravo like Phaedra just like they like Candy. So it's a catch-22 in which y'all are going to either, y'all can stay angry and mad at Phaedra all y'all want to, but the lady is bringing them housewives antics to Married to Medicine, which is keeping it interesting, to be honest. Okay, it's keeping it interesting. I'm glad the cut off the episode because it looked like Quad was about to give a long speech. She probably was, and still not continue to take accountability. And that's my issue with Quad. I don't. It's not that I could like Quad if Quad would take accountability. There's times when I like Quad, and there's times when I don't like Quad. And this is another instance where all you had to do was humble yourself and put your ego down and just say you're sorry. It costs nothing to say you're sorry to someone. Toya can do the same thing. Toya is an Aries. I know how we operate. When somebody hurt us to the core, ain't no coming back. I can be cordial in the room with someone, but I would never ever deal with you on that personal level again. Because once you screw me over the first time, I'm not going back. Toya doesn't want to let this go because of Quad and what she said, but at the same time, Toya, you have to understand you said things just as equally. I have to agree with Heavenly and Phaedra. All she had to do was say that she was sorry, but Quad couldn't do that, and I just don't get it. I don't get why Quad can't say she's sorry to nobody. I don't understand it. You know, it takes two to make relationships, and it takes two to break it. And I'm always a firm believer on that. What sometimes people don't. Sometimes there is a person in the relationship that doesn't do anything wrong, and it is all the other person. But in this case, no, that was y'all did all done stuff to each other, and everybody just needs to apologize. But they're not going to apologize, and so it is what it is type situation when it comes down to that. But that's all I got. Ain't got no mo. That was my commentary tonight on Married to Medicine. If you would like to follow me on my social media, make sure you check me out on Twitter at school_boy, IG school_boy_2021. If you're watching the replay and you want to donate to the channel, you can. The Cash App is on the screen, as well as the Venmo is on the screen as well. Also, just to pop back in and let y'all know, if you want to promote your business on School of Love or Hotline Bling chat room, make sure y'all email us at admin@tcddproductions.com. Y'all make sure y'all get that information out there. Oh, and as well, Chef Don has put in here the crowdfunding link. So if y'all like to donate to the production of School of Love and the production of Hotline Bling chat room, y'all can hit that crowdfunding link. And I will let y'all know, Chef Don when he said how much one of them cameras is that he need, like 2,200, because he trying to bring y'all quality content. Go on to help us donate to the crowdfund so y'all can have a good quality content around there. because that man is doing the Lord's work on his channel. And if y'all ain't over there watching, I don't know what's going on with you. Y'all need to get on over there and watch Hotline Bling chat room as well. It does premiere every Friday at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time after Bell Collective. I did drop a review for Real Housewives of Potomac earlier. From now on, those reviews, due to how triggering and ignorant that show is, I will only be doing pre-records for that show. I will not be doing live reviews. I will only be doing live reviews on Married to Medicine. Potomac is not giving, and they ain't getting enough of my time for me to be doing a live review on that show. Also, if you would like to go ahead and apply for being on School of Love, y'all can go ahead and do that. Apply at www.tcddproductions.com. And that's it. I ain't got no more for y'all today. I'm out. Y'all enjoy this trailer on the way out. Peace.
The Chef Don Don Productions presents School of Love, honey. A new LGBTQ web reality series in the big city of Dallas, Texas. If you are interested in dating a schoolboy, make sure you get those applications in right now, just in time for school to be in session. These